What's up, everyone? I'm Wyatt. Welcome to my 2025 NCAA March Madness bracket predictions. And you know what? It's the first time I'm putting something up on YouTube. So if you like my content, subscribe. I mean, it's a start. Got a good setup now. Finally got OBS going, and look at me. Here we go. I'm gonna be doing mostly NASCAR content, but this is kind of just for the fun of it. I'm doing actually a bracket challenge with my company, and along with other things. And I really like doing stuff like this, and I've thought about doing it for a long time. So here we go. I'm not going to waste more of your time. Let's just get into the bracket predictions here. First of all, got Auburn and Alabama State. Alabama State with that buzzer-beating game winner after the long lob. But their season's going to end to the clutches of Auburn. They're just too good. Louisville and Creighton. This could possibly be the best match of the tournament, I think. I'm no college basketball expert. I'm a NASCAR racing expert, but from what I've seen out of both those teams, I just give the slight advantage to Creighton. They've been here before. I mean, Louisville has too, not in a while up this way, but I think Creighton just has a little bit of an edge. 9 seeds tend to win more than 8s as well. In the NCAA history, I think they have 6 wins up on being over 500, so I'll give the edge to Creighton. Michigan and UC San Diego. Really don't know much about UC San Diego. I hear they have a really good offense, but Michigan coming off the Big Ten championship, I'm going to go with them. Texas A&M and Yale. So I go to Texas A&M. If you couldn't tell with all the A&M stuff I have on right now, I'm very excited. Wade Taylor. We get the 4th seed for Wade Taylor. Shout out Wade Taylor. Know him well. He's great. This team is freaking awesome, man. I'd love to go see them make the Sweet 16. Denver, they're going to play in Denver, so they're going to be up there. And Yale is a scrappy team. They play really a lot similarly to A&M. I've gotten to see them play at Reed Arena a couple times. I'm going to go A&M. I can't live with myself if I don't go with Texas A&M here. So my computer thinks about it. There we go. There's A&M. We're going to go Texas A&M versus Yale. Winner goes Texas A&M. But I am very scared about this Yale team. This could be an upset, but I will hold strong. Ole Miss and North Carolina. Why is North Carolina's here. They won their first 4 matchup. I'm so not sold on North Carolina. I love North Carolina, though. It should have been West Virginia. And if it was West Virginia versus Ole Miss, I'd be thinking probably West Virginia. But 1-12 against tournament teams, I guess. 2-12 now if you count the first 4. I'm going to go Ole Miss here, though. There's just no way North Carolina wins that. Going down a little bit, we got Iowa State, Lipscomb. Don't really know much about this Lipscomb team. Iowa State's been pretty solid in the past. Give me Iowa State. Marquette versus New Mexico. New Mexico, I picked them last year to be an upset team, and they did not perform at all. Marquette was a good team last year. They were 2nd seed. Now they're 7th. Give me Marquette. I don't see anything where they don't make it. Michigan State and Bryant. Heard some things about this Bryant team, but I don't be watching that conference at all really, it feels like. Michigan State, I mean, they've had a pretty solid run. Surprised they didn't win the Big Ten, but with that rest, they're going to be ready to go to beat Bryant. Going down to the West, Florida versus Norfolk State. Shout out Norfolk State, used to live out there. Scrappy team, but they are getting put up against a crazy team in Florida. UConn and Oklahoma. Oklahoma put up a solid fight, but it's UConn, man. It's UConn. I don't see UConn falling here. Memphis and Colorado State. Colorado State could be a really big upset team. They're actually the favored team in this matchup last time I saw odds. By a little bit, like maybe a 1.5. again, I'm not watching. Shout out my boy Brian Nolan, who the Boise State Broncos lost to this team pretty badly. I think I got to go Colorado State here. I think that's going to be my first upset is Colorado State over Memphis. Maryland and Grand Canyon, another slept-on team is Grand Canyon. They've been in this in the tournament in the last couple of years. They've dominated their conference. I just don't know if they can get by Maryland. They were very close to beating Michigan as well. And it's the Big Ten. It's Maryland basketball. I can't go Grand Canyon over Maryland basketball. Missouri and Drake. Missouri, A&M beat Missouri. I remember that. And it was a close game at their home. Drake's been one of those teams where I'm waiting to see if they pull an upset. And I don't know. I really don't. Between these two, it's pretty close. I'm gonna play it safe and go Missouri. I don't think Drake was here last year and didn't do anything, so I'm gonna go there. UNC Wilmington versus Texas Tech. Easy. Texas Tech is pretty nice. They're gonna have no problems against UNC Wilmington. Kansas and Arkansas. Kansas sucks this year. It's Calipari. You can't bet against them. The SEC is a very scrappy conference, and Arkansas is one of those scrappy teams that's always put it on when the tournament gets started. So let's go there. St. John's in Omaha. I'm not too high on St. John's already, but I mean they're going to get done against Omaha, obviously. I don't see St. John's as a real competitive team. Even though like the record shows, like are they really going to be on it? I don't know. Scroll all the way up and back up to Duke versus American, or I don't know what that is, but it's Duke and Cooper Flag. It's going to be a crazy massacre. I'm not seeing Duke losing. Mississippi State versus Baylor. Again, that's the SEC, but Baylor's such a scrappy team. I'm going to take Baylor. They have winning success. Another popular upset with a lot of guys. Shout out to all my boys out in Virginia that I know who go to Liberty. Shout out William Byron too, by the way. Versus Oregon. I mean, I'm on the hype train. Let's go Liberty. I like it. But they're going to have to go up against Arizona because Akron, MAC basketball, I think they've made the tournament, but I don't see them actually pulling the upset against Arizona. Arizona is a great team, but they have been upset before as a 2 seed. But I could see Liberty winning the matchup with Oregon, then Arizona going on to play them in the round of 32. BYU and VCU. I'm gonna go upset here though. VCU, love VCU. Shout out Adam Cheek. They're gonna get past BYU. I feel. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen BYU basketball, but I know VCU shoots a ton of threes. I'll be looking forward to seeing them play, and then they'll play Wisconsin. I don't know anything about Montana, about Big Sky basketball. A great football team, though. St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt, another popular upset, and I like it because Vanderbilt, SEC, they beat Texas A&M. I was at that game watching it, and they kicked our ass. So I don't see how they don't make it in. Alabama versus Robert Morris. I gotta take Alabama here because I don't know anything about Robert Morris. Great, decent logo, decent primary logo from what I remember. But other than that, that's all I could say about it. Houston, SIUE. Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, if I'm mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, but I could be. I don't know anything about them other than like they made it, they won, and I'll go Houston. I ain't taking no 16 seeds beating a 1. But if there was to be one, I'd say maybe this game. Maybe Houston, because they know how to heartbreak. Gonzaga versus Georgia. As much as I'd love to pick Gonzaga, or Georgia that is, for SEC purposes, I'm going to go with Gonzaga here. Gonzaga is a team out of the West Coast Conference that always performs, and I like that. Clemson versus McNeese. I got to go to McNeese and watch them win the Southland. I love this team. They're upsetting Clemson. I think Clemson's overrated, personally, and it's going to get rough. High Point's another big team that I've heard good things about, and I believe in the hype and go for the upset here. It'll be a 12 versus 13. I feel like that's insane. Oh, there's a lot of 12s and there's been a ton of upsets. I might go back on this. Yeah, I might actually. Purdue. Nah, we gotta keep going with High Point. I'm sorry. We gotta do that. I like that team. I like where they're going, and let's do it. Let's see High Point do an upset in 12 versus 13. That'd be nuts. Illinois versus Texas or Xavier. If it's Texas, that's going to be a challenge for Illinois. If not, it's going to be Xavier will fall to Illinois. I'll pick the latter because I'm never going to go up for Texas. So let's go Illinois. Kentucky versus Troy. Low-key could be an upset if Kentucky doesn't come out right. But give me Kentucky. UCLA and Utah State. I've heard things about UCLA and how they play. Very physical. Let's give it to UCLA. Tennessee versus Wofford. Tennessee all day. It's nothing crazy is going to happen in that game. I believe it's SEC basketball. I'm looking around. All the 2 seeds will advance. All the 1 seeds. I believe all the 3 seeds as well. So watch out. Might have to watch out here. So I'm thinking maybe a 14 seed. I might have to go change this before I go round 2 because I don't want to get too deep here. Said Troy maybe. UNC Wilmington. You know what? Call me crazy. Call me crazy. UNC Wilmington. I need one UNC team to go somewhere. I'm about to say Omaha's the closest in the 15 seeds I'd go, but I'm just not going to go to 15. Not in this bracket. Maybe another one. Definitely another one I might. So here we go. Back up to the south we go. Auburn versus Creighton. I want to so bad give it to Creighton. Because Auburn... Nah, I want to go Auburn here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Texas A&M. Auburn versus Texas A&M rematch in... I love that for A&M, by the way. I really love that for A&M. Yeah, no, that's crazy. Michigan would be a tough-ass matchup for the Aggies, but I can't go against A&M. I gotta give A&M a good schedule here, and I love Auburn versus A&M. Ole Miss versus Iowa State. I give it Iowa State. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good matchup for them, I think. Ole Miss, yeah, they're SEC, and they'll play North Carolina, which is nuts, but Iowa State, no doubt. Marquette versus Michigan State. Let's give it to Michigan State. Marquette's not as strong. Michigan State's pretty good. Okay, 1-4-3-2, perfect in the South. So the top seeds there. I don't know. There's no upsets in the South. Creighton is an upset, so there's one upset in the South. Through to the Sweet 16. Florida versus UConn. Florida's going to be nuts. Florida's going to be a crazy team to watch. Colorado State versus Maryland. Again, that winning streak, though. That winning streak, though. That's all I'm going to say. Colorado State, watch out. Watch out. That's the team I'm looking at. Missouri versus UNC Wilmington. Missouri's going to get an easy, buttery schedule here, but they're going to meet Arkansas. Yep, I can't say Calipari. Calipari's got to go there, and he's going to make the Sweet 16 with Arkansas in his first year. It's just how it rolls. Some upsets here, but not here. It's going to be Duke. It's going to be Duke. I can't say otherwise. I'm sorry, Liberty. I can't do that. I can't. You get Oregon, that's cool. You get your win, but I can't. Just like VCU versus Wisconsin. Wisconsin, man. I haven't watched Big Ten basketball like that. And I mean, neither have I really watched VCU. I keep up with it through Adam Cheek, our colleague from there, from the Richmond area. Can they really beat Wisconsin? I'm on the fence about it, especially if they beat what? No, not BYU. I'll go Wisconsin. I can't go crazy on that. Close ass matchup, but I gotta go Alabama. Like Vanderbilt will be a nice upset, and they're SEC, and they beat them, I believe, already. But I don't think Lightning will strike twice. I think Alabama will take care of business. Same with U of H. U of H gonna kick Gonzaga's ass. But they will meet McNeese in the Sweet 16. I'm all on board the McNeese strain. Shout out Amir Khan. What a guy. Got to meet him there in Lake Charles. I fully believe in this team to make the Sweet 16. Illinois versus Kentucky. I will go Kentucky. I mean, what's Illinois done in the bracket the last couple of years? Absolutely nothing. So give me Kentucky. And they'll meet Tennessee, and that'll be a high-key matchup. I would be super excited for. So the Sweet 16 is set here, and you got A&M versus Auburn. A&M dominated that game. A&M dominated that game. Here's the first 1 seed going down in the Sweet 16. It's going Texas A&M. No 8 or 9 seeds though, beating what, Auburn, Duke, Florida, and Houston. Gonzaga could be close, like I said, but I'm too biased for Houston though. And Iowa State or Michigan State. Give me Iowa State, you know? Give me Iowa State. I think they'll do. They have a solid program going. They have a 4 and a 3 in the South. That's pretty good. And in Florida versus Colorado State, it ends there. Florida's too crazy. They'll beat Arkansas though. They will meet Arkansas in Calipari. So Florida will play Arkansas. And that'll be a great matchup. So on the other side, on the East, Duke and Arizona. Give me Duke. It's gonna be Duke. It's always gonna be Duke here. You know though, I'm smelling a rematch here. I feel like Wisconsin's defense is gonna lock in, and Wisconsin's gonna go to the Elite Eight. 1 versus 3. So now we're down to Tennessee, Kentucky, Houston, McNeese. I love you, McNeese. I love you to death. These teams they're scrappy defensive teams. It just depends. Like, can McNeese's defense stop Houston? A 1 seed's got to go down. The 1 seed's got to go down. McNeese to the Elite Eight. I don't know. That's so crazy. That could so be Purdue, though. That's what I'm saying. It could so be Purdue. Or not Purdue. Well, if High Point doesn't win against Purdue, McNeese can be tough. It's going to be tough for that as well. I think McNeese matches up well against Houston, though. Call me nuts. I mean, they played well against Alabama, too, so that's a whole different team, though. Kentucky and Tennessee. Nah, I gotta go Tennessee. I can't go against that team. They're pretty solid. On to the Elite Eight. A&M versus Iowa State. You know what's coming. I mean, it could end in the first round, or it can go. I mean, it'd have to be a miracle run, but it could go that far. Even Michigan State. I'm more scared about Michigan State, but I think Iowa could beat them though. Florida versus Arkansas. Nah, I can't, Cal. You've bet your match. Florida's crazy. Florida's a crazy team. Florida's quite frankly, a great team. And it's going to be Duke. It's going to be Duke against Wisconsin, I feel. I don't even like Duke. I mean, I thought Cooper Flagg was going to be injured, or is going to stay injured. They probably will rest him for American. Come on now. But Wisconsin's run will end. Duke will take him down. And now it's McNeese versus Tennessee. I'm sorry, McNeese. This is where it ends. I can't go against Tennessee here. So you have Duke and Tennessee going on for the Final Four here in San Antonio, Texas, by the way. So kind of a home crowd. I can't, though. It's got to be Florida. Florida kicked our ass. We're not going to be Florida. I don't think we are. Oh, I'd love to see this. I'd love to see this, but it's going to be Florida. It's going to be Florida versus either Duke or Tennessee. I think it's Duke. It's Florida Duke. It's Florida Duke. And if it's not Florida Duke, I don't know what else will happen. It's going to be Florida Duke. And the winner. This is the toughest part. The winner of the 2025 Final Four is going to be... It's going to be Florida. It's going to be Florida. Duke had a great run. Cooper Flagg had a great run. It could end soon. I mean, I say this now. There's going to be a bracket where I have Duke going out somewhere because, like, what? They could go out to Baylor. They could definitely go out to Baylor. I don't know about Arizona because Arizona's kind of questionable themselves. They could get upset. Like, I was close to even letting them get upset by Liberty, but I don't want too many upsets on my board for my main bracket. They could totally go to Wisconsin or even Alabama. Or if it's Alabama there, like, if it's Alabama, you can see Alabama in the Final Four, even the championship if things go really well for Bama. But they're gonna run to Wisconsin, I think. Tennessee, I mean, they could lose to Tennessee as well, but does Tennessee and SEC play? I don't think it's gonna be an SEC championship. That's why. And the tiebreaker, I don't know. Combined points. I mean, it's Florida, so it's like it's Florida and Duke, so it's like 175 or 6. I'll take that as well. All right, sure. And we'll submit that, and we got a champion of Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Florida will win the championship. So that'll be it for this video. I will come back and do some more NASCAR stuff. This was just kind of a fun, like, just to introduce everything, and I'll get this on YouTube. And if you want to see more, just let me know. If you want to see my reactions to games, I'm cool with that. If you want to see my reaction to races, if you want to see some NASCAR content, just let me know. I'm Wyatt Watson signing off for this one, and I will see you in the next video.